feet. Now I'll come in here and I'll place the element. I'll get in line with the other one and place it. Okay, so it's placed. It escaped a couple times. We'll now connect it. I'll use the flex duct tool. I'll roll over this element. I'll wait for the target. Notice the round target, a point. I pick it, and then I come down here and I pick that point. It may come in and put an adjustment in there because I think this was a 6-inch and this is an 8-inch, but that's not that important. Let's go back to the element. You'll see how it's in here now. Now if I go ahead and grab this element here, I'll change the duct. Let's go ahead and change that to maybe something like maybe 6. Probably should have did it earlier on. You'll see how it actually changes it. We're all good to go. Now see, I told it what height to put it. Now if the architect does go and jack the ceilings back up to, let's say, 9 feet, you're like, oh man, I can highlight all of them. I can then come in here and hit 9 feet, and you'll see it jumps up. I can also grab it and move it, just using the old move command. Move. Grab a point, and I go to drag it up, drag it down. Okay, now if constrain is turned on, sometimes you'll get a weird, it won't let you move them up or down, but that's fine. Notice how I can move them where I need them to be. So by choosing diffuser, the correct one early on, it may make it easier. Another thing is, don't fret over the actual, I got to go get one offline. You can probably use the ones that are in Revit and just call them out as different ones or spec them as different ones. You can change out all the data in these items as we go through. You'll see edit type. You'll see it says manufacturer, etc. So you have the ability to take these and adjust them, but I wanted to bring that up about the hosted ones. Now we'll go back again and deal with hosted elements. So we'll do it again. I'm going to come up top here and place a hosted one. Now I'm going to go up top, insert, load family, and I'm going to go to mechanical, airside components, air terminals, and we'll scroll over here and you'll see again we have a whole bunch of them. And again, I'm going to show you why not to use hosted ones. So I hit a hosted one here, and we hit open. And I'm going to come in here, and now it's loaded. Let's go to the ceiling plan. And I'm going to bring it in. Place on face. Let's say we place it in here, and that's a little bitty one. That's fine. Won't hurt. We'll place him over here right now. There he is. Okay. And we'll move this over. We probably can't see this one because of the actual view range. So let's see, he's been hosted. So we moved him up a little bit. Let's actually bring this back a little bit too. Okay, we'll go check it out now. Double clicking and you'll see he's snapped to this area. Now again, if I go try to move him, notice I cannot edit the move. If I try to move him up or down, Revit says no way, dude, he is stuck to that surface. So you want to be careful with that. I'll grab him now, connect into, grab this element, and hopefully all will go well. So you connect it in, and we'll use a little convert to flex tool. And notice it doesn't work in this view. We'll go back to our plan view, and I'll grab the convert to flex, grab the little element, and you'll see it converts it. Now here's where things start to get squirrely. If I want to copy this around, okay, so I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to copy this over to the next set. I roll over to elements, and I go tab, tab, tab. Let's see if I can get on them. I'm in a command right now. Roll over it, tab, 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 and I grab the system. Now when I go to copy this system, I hit copy, I pick a point in space, and I start to drag. Now you'll notice constraints turned on. So it's turned on, and that's fine. So I start to move it over, and I place it. Now it moves in these directions, but what may happen is, well, let's move outside of this area. See how we moved it to there. So let's do that again. Copy. Okay, we'll pick this guy, and we're going to move him out again. And you're going to get a warning now. See, it says warning. Instance origin does not lie on a host face, so it's going to disassociate. So here's that same scenario. So I'll grab this element now, and I'm going to go try to edit him. And you'll notice that I'm kind of locked now. See, I can't edit him. So just be careful with using that. Now I'm going to hit undo a couple of times. We'll do a side diffuser. We'll play with that scenario because it's going to do a different thing. It's going to want to lock it in that wall. If I put one in the X and one in the Y, I'm kind of locking myself in, so I can't do anything. So let's take a look at that. We'll go back to air terminals, and we will go to hopefully I've got a side. Okay, diffuser. Okay, I can actually pop this one on the side anyhow. So place on face, and we'll bring him in here. Let's see if we can get him in. Let's try a different one. Supply diffuser hosted. Okay. Okay, so we're going to try that again. We're going to drop this down. Whoop, let's go air terminal. And what happened was I was trying to place it on a face and not a wall. So air terminal. Supply diffuser hosted. This is a big one. That'll be fine. Now, being that we're going to move it on the side, so let's say place on vertical face, I'm going to place one right here. We'll move it over here somewhere. Okay. And then I'm also going to place one on this wall. Might be a bit of a mess, but there we go. Now, we'll use the connect into tool and connect into here. Okay. Now it's kind of low. I think I put them at 4 feet, but that's not that important. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to grab this guy, and I'm going to say connect into here again. What you're going to notice is, again, by using a hosted element, we're going to get ourselves in trouble. So here we go again. Roll over. I go tab, 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 and I pick the whole system, and I now want to copy it. So all is well. Hit the copy command. I pick a base point. Okay, and notice you're like, hey, well, what's going on here? So I'm unconstrained. So I try to pick it, and I'm going to try to pull it this way. Okay, now you'll see, boom, it gives us that warning again about this one. So, and this one up top. So we'll go ahead and hit undo on that again. Okay, so roll over it, tab, 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 and my computer's trying to catch up here. Oh, that was cap locks, excuse me, tab, tab. Okay, now, when we go to move these things around, I'm going to say copy, okay, turn off constrain, and we pick a point and we can drag it on out. Okay, so to constrain may be one issue, and we get these little warnings that pop up as we pop up like so. Now here's something that maybe make it easier to copy. What we're going to do is we're actually going to roll over this element, go tab, tab, select the system that we want, pick up the whole system, and this time we're going to drop down, and over here you'll see at the bottom, see it says groups. Now, we're going to create a group. This is similar to AutoCAD's blocks. We're going to go tab, tab, tab till we get everything. Now, at this point, we're going to go up top, hit group, and let's say it's a certain system type. We'll call it system type 1, and we'll just give it a simple name. Hit OK. So what it does, it creates a block of these items. Okay. Now, being that it's a block, notice we also have an insertion point. So I'm going to take that insertion point and I'm going to move it right to that endpoint. Okay. Now I click off of it. So what we have is a group or a block. See? Now we get SpongeBob Fancy Pants. Okay. We come down here, drop in where it says groups. It says model system 1. Now click, drag, and drop it. Now at this time, what it should do is, see, it fires up, and when I place it at that intersection, there we go. Okay. Pow. So what it's doing is, now again, we get a couple of these little things about hosts not being placed on the face. But you'll notice that this guy and this guy threw a fit because, you know, that association. We say we're cool with that. And now it placed it. So groups are really nice. And here's what's also important about groups. If I click in this group, and since they're supposedly all the same system, if we decide to make a change, let's say I decide to remove this piece here, we hit edit group, I roll over the element, I'm going to hit tab, pick that little chunk of it, right, and I'm going to delete it. Now, let's say we've got very similar systems and it's a school and we have like 16 of these. When I hit finish, you'll notice that it makes a change here. But being that groups work like blocks, in AutoCAD, you edit a block, it updates all the blocks in the drawing, right? Let's see what happened to the rest of our systems. Notice how it removed that little area there. So there you go. That is some tips and tricks using Revit MEP. Hope you enjoyed it. For more videos, check us out on the web at CADtechseminars.com. Thank you.